and welcome to this edition of 5-Minute Salute, presented by the Military Affairs and Veterans Department. I'm Brian Sexton, in for Lieutenant Colonel Chris Budahas, but we've got a great panel for you today, and I'll do my best to make sure these gentlemen shine. And we'll start by introducing you to them, both veterans of the United States Army. We've got Brien from Novatio Solutions and Adam Cubbage from Centerpoint Leadership Development. Guys, how are you?
Great.
Doing well.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's find out who you are, and let's start with you, Brien. What are you doing at Novatio Solutions, and how did your military career set you up for success?
Sure. So I'm a vice president of sales at Novatio Solutions, and we focus on AI-based process and workflow automation. And in terms of my, how it relates to the military service, I do a lot of healthcare sales. So I was a healthcare administrator in the Army. I started out as a evac platoon leader in a forward support battalion, and had ground assets, including 113s, Humvee ambulances, and then attached air assets. I was out in the 4th Infantry Division out in Colorado Springs, and after that, I transitioned into the hospital. Went and got some education. I was a healthcare administrator for a while. I was an acting healthcare administrator. My official title was a patient administrator. So I learned a lot about healthcare there, and then I went from there into managed care, where I was contracting with doctors and hospital systems. And then I really liked the computer stuff, so I picked that up on the side. I got a job at a software company making property and casualty insurance solutions. Later on down the road, I was buying solutions, went into sales from one of the vendors that I bought from, and never looked back. So I went into technical sales, and now I have a bag, or I'm a rep now.
Well, now you're dealing with AI, and statistically, 3 out of every 4 people that we talk to on every program that we do have some touch of AI. Now, Adam, you're not AI. I mean, you're dealing with the hardcore human element of people with Centerpoint Leadership Development, right? Tell us a little bit about what you're doing and how your military service sets you up, although I think, as I mentioned, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, well, Brian, thank you so much for having me. And so what we do is we work with leaders who want to create lasting change in their organizations. And our approach is to help leaders find their unique strengths, develop their emotional intelligence, their situational intelligence, and then lead with authenticity. And I got my start as an operations officer, a platoon leader, and an XO in the 82nd Airborne Division. And then I went over to the 173rd Airborne Brigade, where I was an assistant operations officer in Iraq in 2003, and then a company commander in Afghanistan in 2005. And just using those experiences from high stress, no-fail, rapidly changing environments, and finding ways to deal with the mental gymnastics that you had to go through, and creating something from nothing, taking that and applying that to helping leaders, especially after this post-COVID transition, come out and find a way to be mentally resilient, be able to adjust with kind of the new realities that they're experiencing almost every week. So it's a lot of fun.
Resilience being the key word.
Yes.
So how about a thought on people who are trying to do what you do, veterans who are seeking to have success in the world outside of the military? Brian, why don't we start with you? How would you advise a young person, or it doesn't have to be that young, to be honest with you, but someone who's seeking to follow in your footsteps and find success outside of their military background?
Sure. Yeah. As it relates to intelligent automation in the space that I'm in, you don't need a college education to be able to get a very good high-paying job. So the RPA platforms, robotic process automation platforms like UiPath, Automation Anywhere, and a number of others, you can get in there and learn those on your own if you like the workflow automation and computer stuff. You don't have to be a programmer, but you have to be sort of logical. So they can pick that up within 4 months. They can get a certification, get some experience under the belt, and then get a job, and they can make the entry-level position. They can make around 70. Couple years experience, they can make over 100,000. So wow. I would say that just jump in there. You can learn it yourself. This is one of the highest growth software categories on the market. It's blowing up because it's citizen development. It's drag and drop. You don't have to know how to code to create really powerful solutions. So I would say that. Plus, when you get out, there are organizations that are headhunters that look for both military officers and people with former military experience, whether they be enlisted or officer. And I would say work with some of those companies, because that really helped me when I was getting out. They helped prepare for interviews. They got my resume squared away, and they put me in contact with, they got me interviewed. So I would recommend reaching out to some of those headhunter type companies.
And Adam, not everyone can do what you do. I mean, leading leaders is not something that is natural for a lot of folks. So how about a personal development or growth tip for a young person or a military veteran who seeks to have success in any endeavor?
Yeah, so I think most of us from the military remember the 7 Ps. And the way I use that acronym is the plan, preparation, and practice prevent poor performance, right? So the planning is, we used to say, make a plan, or plan to work and then work your plan. So be intentional about what you want to do and where you want to go. And then the preparation piece is building up your network, right? Reaching out, as Brian has said, there's a very strong, extensive, deep veteran community, especially on LinkedIn. Just reach out, send them the message, shoot your shot, as they would, I guess as the kids say, and just say, hey, I'm transitioning and I'm looking for help. Veterans love helping other veterans. It's one of the things that make us really unique. And then that practice part is go ahead and try different things. A lot of us have, when we were transitioning, we either evolved or didn't know quite what we liked, who we were, and we never really took that time to kind of think of, what do I want to do now? Right? The military is great for guiding your career and your journey and your path, and telling you you've got to do this to get to here, and then to get to here, and then to get to there. And then after 5, 10, 20 years, you're not sure who you are after that. So take that time, discover what you are, what you like, and go try different things. Try those things and see where you really fit, what your strengths are, where your unique capability is, because I can guarantee every veteran out there has something special to contribute.
Try new things, like jumping on 5-minute salute.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect way to do it. Guys, really valuable insight for veterans and folks who want to find success in any walk of life. Brian Lay from Novatio Solutions and Adam Cubbage from Centerpoint Leadership Development. Thanks so much for joining us. We're going to put your information, your website, your contact in our show notes so that folks can find you and find more information about the great success you've had. Thanks for joining us. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
And thanks to you for joining us on this edition of 5-Minute Salute.
When they leave us for battle, we await their return. When their embrace is gone, we imagine them with us. Some don't come back. We grieve. Some come back hurting. We help. Heroes survive. We honor them. Heroes fall. We remember them. 150,000 veterans live in Jacksonville. We serve them. We're the Military Affairs and Veterans Department, City of Jacksonville. Because of them, our light never dims.